let's start styling our about me section. Now before moving on to the about me section, here you can see that in between the hero and the about me section there is a small gap, almost like a border. So let's create that. For this, first let's move on to the ending of the hero section, and here we need to create another section and give it an ID name of separate. Let's save and move on to our style sheet. Here let's tag separate, and let's give a padding of 5 pixels and a background color of green. Let's save and view the changes. Now you can see that a border has appeared. Now let's style our about me section. Let's select the ID about. For this, first let's give a padding of top and bottom of 120 pixels and 0 pixels on the sides. Let's change the background color to white. Let's save and refresh. Now you can see that a padding is added to the top. Now let's focus on this about me. Let's select the about me, the H2 tag. Let's change its font size to 40 pixels. Font family as our Roboto sans serif. And finally, its color to green. Let's save and view the changes. Now let's name the two small subdivs under this main div. The first div which contains the profile pic and the second div which contains all your details. Let's name the first div as box 1, about box 1, and let's name the second div as about box 2. Now let's target these boxes separately. Now you can see that this image box is a smaller div compared to the div which contains a description. So let's give it a width of, let's say, 20%. Let's float it to left, and also let's give it a padding of 10 pixels. Now for the image inside the about box 1, let's display it as block. Now let's set the margin to auto to horizontally arrange the image to the center. Let's save and refresh. Now let's move on to a second box, that is a box which contains a text. For the first day, we have given the width as 20%. So for the second one, we can give 60%. We can float it to right. Let's give a padding of 10 pixels. Now let's justify the content. Now let's test the line to justify. So justify basically fits the content into the box. Let's refresh and see. Now we can see that our text is perfectly aligned. Now let's style the button. For this, let's target the about button. Let's change its font size to, let's say, 15 pixels. Background color to white.
Let's give a border of 1 pixel solid green color. Let's change its text color to green. Also, let's change its font weight to bold. Let's give a padding of 8 pixels from the top and bottom and 20 pixels from the left and the right sides. Let's save. So that's done. Now let's give a hovering effect to the button. For this, about button on hover. Let's change its color to background color to green. Text color to white. And also the border as white. Let's save and view the changes. Yeah, it's perfectly done. So that's all about the About Me section. In the next session, we will see how to style our My Skill section. See you in the next class.